Hey, hi guys. In this video I'm going to continue with the last part on IPsec site-to-site VPN between Cisco ASA and Palo Alto Networks Firewall. So continuing with the last part where we had left. So this is your topology. Okay, and let's begin this setup. I would say let's do it on Cisco ASA first, because now depends on you guys whether you're good with Cisco ASA CLI or with Palo Alto Networks Firewall. But I'll go ahead with setting up the code or the commands first on ASA Firewall, and then we'll do it on Palo Alto Networks Firewall. So right at this point let me get the notepad over here. So we are going to do this portion first, the phase 1. Okay, and for this you can easily get you can easily take. Okay, so what I'm going to do is set up the phase 1. So come to the command line, crypto IP1 policy, and give some number, maybe let's say 2, and define your authentication method. We are going to use pre-shared key. Defines an encryption method. Among these, let's use SSS. Define a hashing algorithm or authentication. I'm going to use, let's say, MD5 here, and group, I'm going to use group defilement group 2. So this is for your defilement group. I'm going to use group 2 here. And what else? Lifetime I'll set it maybe later on. Lifetime, let's set it up lifetime of 1 hour, let's say 0. Okay, this portion is done over here. Show running crypto IP1. So this fix your part 1 over here. Next site. Setting up phase 2 or IPsec transform set policy, and then not write this again. Let me take this portion over here. Let's just modify it. So you're going to configure IPsec transform set. Okay, give some name, let's say tset 3des and SHA HMAC. We are using ESP for encapsulation. Crypto map, CMAP, sequence number 20, transform set, and the name is tset. So this takes care of your phase 2 policy. Get back to the console and put it here. Okay, third thing what you need to know here is, or what you need to configure here, is gateway. So one of the things you're going to do is, okay, let me do it right here. So you're going to type, make use of this crypto map 20 and say set, and use the keyword peer very first. So use this keyword to define your peer. And if you look at the topology you are on ASA, your peer happens to be this. Alright, so .2, so 192.168.12.2. okay. Then you're going to set up a tunnel group 192.168.12.2, and this will be of type IPsec LAN to LAN. Okay, now for this tunnel group, what you have defined above 192.168.12.2, which is for 12.2 over here, define the IPsec attribute. Okay, and that's supposed to include your IPv1 pre-shared key. Okay, so let's use let's say this is your pre-shared key right here. Okay, this is just an extra stuff. Show running. So ASA keep alive. And should do it. ASA keep alive. The threshold you keep it to infinite. Okay, show running tunnel group. So this is a part of your second configuration, which is for your gateway. Okay, done. So take this portion back to here, and apart from this you are going to use crypto IPsec transform set. No. The crypto. Okay, let's take it from here. Set peer 192.168.12.2. Okay, so this is what you're going to do as a part of your gateway configuration. Next portion is configuring an ACL over here. So let's configure, do it access dash list, and let me name this as ASA to Palo Alto Networks Firewall. Permit IP traffic. Now, okay, let me do this. Show interface IP brief. Now the network behind the inside subnet here is 10.4.12. So the access list is supposed to go from access list ASA to PAN firewall. Permit IP from 10.4.12.0 to 10.3.12.0. Now 10.3.12.0 is the subnet behind Palo Alto Networks Firewall. Okay, this is one thing what you need to do. Next thing is crypto map CMAP sequence number of 20, match address, and use this ACL. Okay, now that's all you need to do here. So this is one portion over here, 3.12.0 0, and then finally you got to apply this to your crypto map. Okay, and finally apply and enable ISA. So applying, how do you apply is crypto, that portion you can easily get it from here. Crypto map CMAP goes to interface outside, and finally crypto IPv1 enable on outside interface. So you take this portion, put it right here, and another portion is enabling so that your outside interface can accept ISA packets. Okay, so you're good to go on Cisco ASA Firewall. Now the next target is on Palo Alto Networks Firewall. So this portion we are going to go and configure from GUI. So on GUI, so if you follow the steps over here, phase 1, so we need to make sure that the ISA policy or the IKE policy matches on your Palo Alto Networks Firewall. So for that, so these are the two interfaces right here already configured. What I'm going to go and do is network profiles and go to IKE crypto profile very first. And this is where you will be configuring the ISA policy. Okay, so hopefully I shouldn't have anything over here. Let's check. Okay, I don't. So just click on add. And what I'm supposed to make sure is the policy is exactly includes all this. So I'll just say this is for ASA, and this includes 3DS, includes MD5 and group 2, and no PFS. Okay, so defilement group, as you can see over here, is group 2. So let me just quickly add group 2. That's added. Authentication, your hashing algorithm was MD5. It's there, matching. And your not responding. Okay, come on. Okay, not this. Should be 3DS. Let me just remove this. Lifetime in hours, 8 hours, and okay, this is not required here. So that's the name, and this is done. I just click on OK over here. So triple des, MD5, group 2, and 8 hours of lifetime. So triple des, MD5, group 2, 8 hours of lifetime. Okay, this is your phase 1. For phase 2, you can come back over here, click on add. So you need to go to network profiles, and IPsec crypto profile, and just give a name over here, IPsec transform set, and this includes ESP, and you're going to use 3DS and SHA. So ESP, 3DS, SHA, and no PFS. So encryption, IPsec protocol, ESP, your algorithm. Okay, I don't need this. It's 3DS, and hashing is SHA-1, and I'm not using any PFS over here. This is one of the reasons why tunnel doesn't come up between Cisco ASA and Palo Alto Networks Firewall. Palo Alto Network Firewall by default uses PFS, and Cisco ASA actually does not. Okay, so make sure it's same both the sides. I'm not configured it on Cisco ASA, and as a result I'm not using it on Palo Alto Networks Firewall over here. So this is no lifetime is 1 hour over here. So this is good. Okay, so we have done, if you get back here, we have done phase 1 and phase 2 here. Now next portion is configuring IKE gateway. Okay, this is another tab over here, right above that, IKE gateway. Just click on add over here. Okay, give a name here, IKE gateway. Let's see, IKE gateway. Okay, we are just configuring pure IKE v1. So there's option here, IKE v1. You have option for IKE v2, and you can optionally configure it for only IKE v2. So you can keep IKE v2 as a preferred method, or you can configure it only for IKE v1 or only for IKE v2. Address type is IPv4. Interface, here you have to make sure you select your outgoing interface over here. Sorry, I don't need this. So this portion has to be okay. So finally set up your outgoing interface, which is Ethernet 1/1 untrust zone. This is the IP address over here. Static 192.168.12.1. that's the IP address of that's the IP address of Cisco ASA Firewall outside interface. And then finally give the pre-shared key as we had defined under the tunnel group right here. So So the key was here Palo Alto, so I'll just give the same key here, PALO. And advanced options, yeah. IPv1 mode, let's set it to main mode, and crypto profile is the one what we had created over here. I'm selecting that and just click on okay, so that's good to go. Okay, so this was the configuration for your gateway what you had done under this portion right here. Okay, now this section over here, so let's do finally go to setting up tunnel. Okay, so for that you can just click on this IPsec tunnel over here, just click on add. Now there are some portions what you may do separately under interfaces and zones. I would try to do it right from here. So name, you can just give now one thing is you need a tunnel interface. Okay, this portion actually you would do under this control over here, right top interfaces. Okay, I've already done this, otherwise you can click on this tunnel interfaces. I'll just show you what you actually need to do. So just click on tunnel interfaces, just give a tunnel number over here, tunnel like 2. Then you need to assign a router. Okay, you need to assign a zone. If you haven't created, click on zone and create one. Okay, and that's it. Okay, so I'm not going to do that because I've already done it here, tunnel 1. Okay, IK gateway, this if you remember last step we created, so all you have to do is just select this. IPsec crypto profile, if you remember we created in the second step, go back and just attach it here. Okay, you need to do some more things. Do not touch this portion, not required at this point. You need to do this portion here. So if you remember on Cisco ASA we configured this ACL, right? So you need to do the same thing over here. Okay, because Cisco ASA is actually using a policy based IPsec site to site VPN, and here at Palo Alto Networks we are using a routing based. So you need to configure a proxy ID here, and please make sure the entry matches on both the sides. So here we are saying the traffic which is going from 10.4 to 10.3, which means the traffic going from 10.4 to 10.3. Okay, this we have done on Cisco ASA. So what you got to do on Palo Alto Networks Firewall is the traffic which is going from 10.3 to 10.4. Alright, so let's do it here. Come back, just click on add, give a name, Pan to ASA. So local is 10.3.12.0 and the network behind ASA is 10.4.12.0. And make sure whatever your traffic you're selecting here should be same. I'm selected any here, reason being I've selected IP here. Okay, so any IP based traffic, so okay. And okay, the tunnel interface, what do you, okay, let me show you that portion. So you have to come here, interfaces, and you need to make use of this tab here, tunnel, and you need to configure this interface here. Okay, for this tunnel interface then you got to go to the virtual router. This is another step. Okay, default, and under static routes here you need to click on add and just say for VPN 10.3.12, sorry, 10.4.12.0/20, and here you can see specify the destination 10.4.12.0/24. This is the private subnet. Use tunnel interface 1. There's no next hop. Okay, and it's done. So that's all you need to do over here, and then finally you need to click on commit over here. IPsec Site to Site VPN so let's commit this. So we have done all the four parts here. Let this commit, and hopefully there's no error in this. So just close this. So this is the show running crypto IPv1, show running crypto IPsec, show running access list, and show running tunnel group, and finally show running crypto map. Okay, so this is on your ASA firewall. Okay, commit successful, close. If you go to your tunnel, okay, status is up over here, and the last thing what you got to do is go under the policies, and under security policies all you got to do is add a policy. I have already added this just to save the time, but I'll just show you this what the policy needs to be. So very first let me just, okay, so this particular policy over here is a universal, the rule type is a universal rule type, which applies to both interzone and intrazone traffic. The source here is any traffic coming from trust zone and VPN zone, and it's between your ASA VPN subnet. This object is actually your 10.4 subnet, and between 10.3.12 subnet, which is behind Palo Alto Networks Firewall. Same is for destination, VPN trust and VPN zone. So I've added these, which means the traffic can flow from trust to trust, can flow from VPN to VPN zone, and can flow even between trust and VPN zone, or VPN zone and trust zone. Okay, so if you look at source, I've added both the zones, and destination also I've added both the zones. Source, I've added both the networks. This network is a private network behind ASA. This network is private network behind Palo Alto Networks Firewall. Same, I've done it for destination. Okay, application any, service any, action allowed, and logging. Okay, so this rule, all you got to do is just enable it. Now let me take a console to service 192.16.30.30. Show VPN, nothing here. Okay, now what you can do is going back to network, IPsec terminal is down. What you can do here is you can use this command called test VPN. ISA, and gateway, remember the gateway we had created. And similarly for phase 2 you can use this, use tunnel name was, okay, this is for your phase 1. Okay, and this is for your phase 2. Alright, so if you just refresh this portion over here, alright, this is good. So this is your IC info over here, one I showed you, and this is your tunnel info over here, the IPsec info. So also you can do it on Cisco ASA. So this is a phase 2, so you do not see any traffic coming in, but you can see there are, I think these portions you guys already know. Your phase 2 or IPsec tunnels are always unidirectional. That's why you see one inbound tunnel and you see one outbound tunnel over here. And for your phase 1, it's always a bidirectional tunnel, so you see only one tunnel over here. Again, what I want you to show is, yeah, so this is being between 10.4 to 10.3.12. okay, so at this point what you can do is you can alright, so this is router 1, and this router 1 is actually behind ASA. You can also do this portion over here, new session, and you can do a telnet to 10.4.12.1, username admin, Cisco, show users. So it's 10.3.12.1, and 10.3.12.1 is actually the PC from where I'm doing this. Show IP HTTP server history, and you can see the previous web session we initiated was coming from 10.3.12.1, which is again this PC. Okay, what you can do is you can, there wasn't any hit counts over here. Eventually you can see the packets are encapsulated using ESP, the packets are encrypted using let's see the algorithm. So they are being encrypted using DES 3DS, and they are being hashed or verified using SHA. Okay, so these values over here. So for your encapsulation protocol it's ESP, encryption is 3DS, and hash, the digest, is SHA. Alright, so that's it, that's how you verify here. Further what you can do here is you can go to the monitor section over here. You can see the traffic over here in session browser. That's one of the thing here. So it's, you can see, as you can see over here, it's hitting the VPN traffic policy. Another thing what you can do is you can go here right to the dashboard of your Palo Alto Networks firewall, and you can use the system log here, and this can give you the information. So you can see here negotiations started, succeeded, your phase 2 started, your phase 2 succeeded. Alright, so this shows that your tunnel is up and installed. Okay, SA means security association. In normal terms it means tunnel, so this here shows that your tunnel is up. Alright. So thanks for watching this video, and I hope you find this video useful. Thank you.